Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Now in this week's video, I'm gonna make a very hard effort to try to get it down into at least 10 minutes. So today I have my phone with me. I have my timer. So we're gonna hit the start button and we are off. So again, thank you guys for being back once again. So on today's video, I wanna talk about, just making sure the microphone's on. So in today's video, I want to talk about product research and how important is product research to your eBay dropshipping business and even for your Amazon dropshipping business. Now, there's a different couple ways to do product research. You can do it on a manual basis, which basically means that you're going to be sorting through a supplier's website or a supplier's file or wholesale list that you've been able to get from if you have some relationships with wholesalers, and check through via eBay search to see what products are already inside the marketplace, which ones are doing well, and which ones you're able to match back to your supplier or to your wholesaler list that you've got. And that process can be very time consuming. It is the cheapest option because you don't really have to invest any money other than a lot of sweat and a lot of tears and patience. But I want to walk you through some of the tools that I'm using to make this whole process a lot faster, more accurate, and also just an overall better use of my time. And that's using software. Now, the challenge is that when it comes to software, you do have to make some investment. You have to put some skin in the game and commit to spending some money for these tools. I know most of you might be a little bit reluctant, especially if you're new and don't know how to go about using the software. So what I want to do, maybe down the line, I'll have a series of videos where I'm kind of going into more specific uses for some of these softwares and how I can help you to find products that you are then able to successfully market and sell on either eBay or Amazon. But on today's video, I just kind of want to do a walkthrough, maybe do an introduction of some of the tools that I'm using. And obviously, if there are any questions, please leave them down on the comment section down below, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Okay? So with that being said, let me minimize this a little bit if I can get to it, and let me do a time check. So we're at 2:46, so we still have plenty of time, which is good. And I'm gonna bring over another window, so you should be able to see my screen, I hope. Just want to make sure. Okay, I know what happened. I should bring this window over to this side. Here we go. So now I have the window. And here we are. So this is where I wanted to start. Another quick time check. We're at 3:30, so we're doing great, guys. If you are liking this video so far, please give it a thumbs up. This is a way of supporting me and supporting the content that I am creating. It's gonna help, the YouTube algorithm to rank this video better and get it to people who are interested in this information, in this content. So I really will appreciate you guys giving it a big thumbs up. I'm sorry. And also, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Documenting my own personal journey, my own personal experience reselling online, and your support is greatly appreciated. So that's my pitch, and now let's get into the software. So there's many software out there in the market that has been built specifically for people who are using dropshipping and are relying it or wanting to use it in marketplaces like eBay, right? So there's quite a few. I've tested some And to be honest, there are good and bad things with the software. There's no software that is 100% best or the most accurate. They all have tiny little flaws where things could be better. But overall, you want the software to perform as it is being sold to you, right? So the one software that I've been using now for almost a year is SKUGrid. So SKUGrid actually was my first software that I started using about 2 years ago when I got into dropshipping. And they also had a lister, which basically a lister is another component that helps you to upload multiple items into eBay by creating templates and some like autofill in, or kind of give you a step-by-step on what information has to go into your listing. It just makes it a lot easier than to doing it manually, okay? So I was using this bundle about 2 years ago, but then at the time different options came up and I kind of moved away from SKUGrid, tried another company, and then I ended up coming back to SKUGrid again. So the great thing about SKUGrid is they were actually the first to introduce a non-automated way to connect into eBay, to interface with eBay systems, right? So for all of you who've been dropshipping for a while, know that about a year and a half ago, there was a big hoopla about many stores getting banned, and it was some were linked to maybe software they were using and how they were connecting to eBay's systems. So because of that, there was a lot of concern and fear that your store might be next and get banned, right? So SKUGrid was one of the first to create a non-API, so a non-automated way to have to interface with eBay. They figure out a workaround using Chrome app extensions. So that kind of proved to be a very good alternative, because you kind of started to run below eBay's radar once again, for those who were connecting via the API and were concerned that you might get banned. So the great thing about SKUGrid when it comes to product research is that they actually are supporting quite a few different retailers across the US and even abroad, for those who are maybe selling outside the US. And let me just do a quick time check. So we're approaching the 7-minute mark, so I gotta move a little bit faster. So yeah, guys. So there's options out there, and this is the great thing about SKUGrid is that they give them to you. So you could potentially filter through all these different suppliers, and all these are possible options because they all have been added to SKUGrid. So SKUGrid is able to track these suppliers. Like if you were to list an item from any of them, you'll be able to track, stocks, how often they're going, in and out of stock, repricing it, any tracking that you will need to do to make sure that the product, when it sells on eBay, it's there, when the customer buys it. All right, so this is SKUGrid, and if you have been having some difficulties trying to find suppliers that you want to test out besides maybe the obvious ones, I guess I would say Walmart is the big one right now where everyone is using them to drop ship. You can come here and maybe find something here that works for you, and it's absolutely free. You don't have to pay for it. The information is there. It's just a matter of finding the products and then matching it to the supplier, which is the tricky part. But there's tricks around that, and I can probably share that on another video. But this is SKUGrid, okay? So the other software that is very helpful for product research is actually called Zik Analytics. And let me just do another quick time check, okay? So we are at 9:34. So I'll try to move this a little faster. So this here is a great tool because it allows you to do competitor research. You can look for sellers that are already on eBay. All you need is their seller ID and look for items. You can also research for the product itself. So if you're looking for something like mainstays sofa or something like this. So all these match that search criteria. So for those who don't know, Mainstain is actually a private label brand that Walmart sells. So only Walmart sells this brand, right? So if you're able to find some products, and if you are using Walmart as a supplier, so you can see here, you know, some really good insights, right? So here's a price this item is selling for. It's sold 23, and here's an image of the item. So if you were to go to Walmart's website and try to locate this particular item, you'll see that it's coming from there. You can see here there's some social proof, so there's been 23 sold. So apparently there's some demand for this item. So I'm not saying this item is either good or bad to dropship, but the data says there's a demand. If there's room for profit to be made, then it's definitely an item worth considering to put it up on your store list and see if you can get some sales. But this is something that if you were to do manually, it'll literally take you hours upon hours. But with using Zik Analytics, just using some keywords, you're already getting some very good insights. So the sales earnings for this particular niche, right? So for these particular items, it's about $21,000. The sell-through is over 100%, so it's popular. So there's more demand than there's listings. And the average product price is $172. So it gives you room for some good margins, again, depending on what the product cost is from the supplier. So there's a lot of things you can do with this software. The founder of the software actually does a great job curating content and creating videos on how to best use his software. I really haven't dived too much into it, but there's great resources that you can use that he publishes, and you can get a lot more information from the software. For me, I kind of already know what items I want to maybe sell on eBay, so it's just a matter of coming here and doing the search and identifying, you know, what's the competition, what's the price, what are some of the keywords that are, you know, most frequently used in titles, and taking all that information, putting it together, and then making a more informative decision as far as whether or not I should list that item. So if you guys were interested or wanting to sign up, I think they do offer a free trial. The software, they do have options where they charge you either annually or monthly. If you pay for everything up front, you do get a slight discount as opposed to paying it month by month. But again, if you're cash strapped and you don't know if you're going to be doing this for a very long time, I wouldn't pay for the whole membership up front. I'll just do month by month and then assess every single month depending on how your business is doing. If you have the money and you want to reap the savings, then go ahead and just sign up for the whole year, and you'll have some savings, you know, over the 12-month period. There's different pricing options and there's different levels for membership with Zik Analytics. You just need the most basic one. There's other options where now they're interfacing with like wholesale suppliers to make it easier for you to gain access to wholesalers, but you have to pay a little bit more for that. So I will maybe look into that, you know, once you're advanced and you have other I guess use cases you want to research that don't involve retailers. But definitely this is the software to use when you're product researching, and it's going to give you a lot of insights into finding the right products to sell and list on eBay. So with that being said, let's look at the time. So we are at 10 minutes. I think that's a magic number. I don't want to go any further and lose you guys. So I wanted to keep this video like quick and short. If you like the video, please let me know. I would love to make more videos like this. I've been using the software for a very long time, so I think that I have a good grasp, on how to better leverage the tool. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.